Hey guys, this is WestonWeekly here. This is for the Madden Warriors one-on-one podcast. We're gonna add this at the end of this upcoming week's podcast, just as like a special guest. This is Westside District. What's up, man? How you doing today?
What's going on, bro, man? I appreciate you having me on.
Definitely, definitely. So we're just gonna kind of get into it, man. Uh, what? Tell me some things about yourself. Any kind of things that you want to share with the league?
Yeah, for sure. So, I'm West Side District, originally from Chicago, born and raised, big Chicago Bears fan. We just had a big win a couple of
The
days ago.
Bears, the
Yeah,
Bears. Let's go.
yeah.
Alrighty, I feel you.
Peyton that keys, you know what I mean? So, but I actually spent like 17 years in New York, and just recently came back to Chicago maybe like 6, 7 months ago. But yeah, man. While I'm getting, transitioned back, have more time in my hands, working remotely, so I'm able to kind of do the Madden thing and work, and it just works for me. And then I found out about these leagues. I had never been in a league actually until maybe last year, I want to say, like a Discord league, a franchise league.
Mhm.
And then I got into it, got hooked, and it's like my thing to do in the evenings, man. So that's pretty
Yeah.
much it.
Yeah, no, before starting recording, I was telling we started this league as just a fun way and non-toxic. I don't know in the leagues that you've been in the past, they don't last very long. They last maybe 6 months, and then people are like, oh, this is boring, whatever. Or there's just people that don't play their games when they're supposed to.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things where communication is a thing in our league, and we that's the biggest thing we strive for. With we have a commissioner that tries with Mike. He has someone that does the daily messages with Scully, and he's been doing an amazing job just letting people know, like, hey, like, we get everybody has jobs. I work overnights, man.
Yeah.
And it's hard sometimes where I'm like trying to wake up, and it's difficult. But it's one of those things where communication is key. And like we've been doing it for almost 2 years now, and it's been really great. So I'm glad to hear that you've been only into franchise for about, like, how long did you say? Around a year ish?
About a year, I
Yeah,
want to
about a
say.
year.
Yeah.
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 So that's really awesome as itself. One of the things I was gonna ask is there any kind of improvements that you would like to see in our league, or any things that we could do better?
Um, only because I mean, even though I've been in for only about a year, I've been in, and you know how it can go. You can get shuffled around from league to league. So I've been in quite a few, and I've seen it done
Hmm.
a million different ways in different aspects. So like honestly, I think a lot of it is the way it's good the way that it is. Because there's pros and cons to everything.
Oh,
So I don't
100%.
have
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any strong like must-haves because I feel like some things that I might like may not be the best for like other people. And I think you have the longevity, you got
Hmm.
the loyalty,
Yeah.
communications there, games are happening. Like I wouldn't really change too much, man. If it ain't broke, don't
Don't
fix
fix
it
it.
type of thing.
No, that.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen people, commissioners try to do too much, and it's like it's dope at first, but then it kind of
So,
over time
so
eats away.
the biggest thing with Mike, when he made this league, he honestly just like wanted to make this league like not so ruled, cause when it's
Yeah.
covered by rules, man, like it makes it so complicated. Cause I joined a league with, Charlargo Chris in the league, and he is currently the Packers right now, and. We joined the league, man, and there were so many rules. Like, you don't know, like, if hiking the ball is allowed, bro. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
there's so many rules that, oh, you can't run hurry up offense at the 40-yard line. It's like when you're in the heat of a game, like, it's super hard to know if you're breaking the rules or not. So
Yeah,
it's one of
yeah.
those
No,
things
I hear you
where
on that.
it's frustrating, but I really like this league. I've been doing like the YouTube videos, the editing and stuff like that, and we had a couple people that just weren't fits with the league, where they lose a game by like 30 points and crash out on us and call us names and say, oh, your league effing sucks, but blah 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 blah. But it's one of those things where we just want to just create a community of players that been playing Madden for a long time and have fun, and that's all it's ever been about, man. Like
Yeah,
I really genuinely love this league and the group of guys that we've had, and we have a lot of OGs. I'm part of the OG group. I met Mike. That was another thing I was gonna ask is how did you get into this league? Personally, I was playing the commish. early in the mornings when I get off work, and we'd play like 2 games every morning for thing, and then eventually he asked me to be a part of the league, and he knows I know how to do a lot of tech stuff with video editing and stuff like that, and that's kind of how I got into this role. But who got you into the league? Who invited you?
Ah, man, good question. I was invited by my boy. I forget which team he is in the league, actually. Let me look him up, man. But he's been a guy that one of my favorite leagues, my most long-standing leagues that I've been in.
Mm,
I met him there, and he's just kind of been my road dog in that league, always like chatting with me in between games, with making jokes and then gifts, and he's just been a cool dude. And it's been like what 6, 7 seasons over there. So if he tells me something's good, I take his word for it. He promoted you guys, told me about this league, and I'm like, all right, well, because you're telling me, I gotta check it out.
mm,
Wasn't disappointed whatsoever, man. And I'm like you said, great group of guys. But I'm only like what 7 weeks in or something like that. But everybody's been super dope. I like the vibe that you guys kind of
mm.
command, and monitoring the chat. I like the podcast, like all this cool shit.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
people don't have this, man. It's
It's
dope. You put a lot
it,
of effort into it.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is like I told Mike, like when I first was able to get us on Spotify, and that was hard. Like it took me a while to get us on
Yeah,
Spotify. It was no easy task. I was like on like this like waiting like thing to approve me to get into the thing to get it so I could start uploading the videos. But it's one of those things where I feel like everybody has Spotify on their phone. Everybody has that. Like, people listen to that crap on their cars. Like Mike's telling me he's like as he's on work, he's hey shouting out his Mind Warriors on. We have the merch too. Like I should have put that on. I'm
yeah,
a little bit lazy. I just woke up, but yeah, like we have like all these different things that like it's one of those things where that person walking down the street might be like, "Hey, like what's that?" And then you can explain like, "Hey,
yeah,
Madden
yeah,
Warriors, you play Madden, and that's the
yeah.
thing, and I really love this league, and I'm excited to build on it. And one thing I will say, I am 9 lives west, and not many people know this. At least, just all the newer people. But I've crashed out a couple of times myself, and Mike
Yeah,
calls me 9 times west. Right? So like, I got 9 lives, bro. Uh, and when I joined this league, that's the thing that it's crazy is like. The beginning of this season, I started 0-3, bro. I've won 4 straight, trying to get back my season, turning it around. But just when you're using a team that you're not used to using,
yeah,
it flips things around. CJ Stroud doesn't have the fastest release at all,
yeah,
so it's one of those situations where I've tried to. I'm not that great on offense. If I can try to play better on defense, running like 2 shell defenses, 3 shell, like changing my coverages around. I learned that from the last Super Bowl champion Crook that recently had some difficulties and kind of maybe is going to come back next season. But shout out Crook, honestly, man. He's a really good player, like really good player. Um,
yeah.
but uh, but definitely, man. It's one of those kind of things where I really genuinely think that this league is going to be around for a really long time.
No, absolutely. I mean, I think every league is just as good as the people are, man. I know you mentioned, folks here and not having like a ton of rules. I think, I've seen leagues that do have a ton of rules, but the
Yeah.
people who are there, they're into that kind of thing,
No. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And they also probably need them because people do like the all cheesy shit. You know what I mean? The reason
Yeah.
why we even have rules in the first place. But I feel like you guys don't have a ton of rules. That's the vibe of this crowd, and you don't really need them
Yep.
because like the vibe of this crowd. So like the league's as good as the people that are in it. And like so far, man, this is super dope, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Definitely. I appreciate you saying that. One other thing before I let you go, I appreciate you doing this podcast, man. Like just with me one on one. It takes like a lot of courage to talk to someone that you never talked to before, just like in a
Yeah,
face to
yeah,
face setting. So I
for
definitely
sure.
appreciate that, man. One other thing that I was gonna ask, what is your current record right now? Uh,
Right now, what am I? Am I 7-0
7 and
right
0,
now?
and what's
7-0 with the
and what
Cardinals.
and Cardinals, right? Uh,
Yeah,
that's crazy that you're doing that with the Cardinals, man. Like that's crazy,
it's
man.
been rough. You
It's
mentioned it earlier,
eh,
like playing with a new team.
eh,
I'm not a Cardinals guy,
yeah,
nor a Cardinals guy at all. So
yeah,
like getting used to that has been tough. But I think at the end of the day, it just tests your skill and it just sharpens your iron. So I like those kind of challenges and not playing with the same old teams. I want to be good with everybody and just
definitely,
hone my skills. So yeah, man, it's
definitely.
been dope.
Definitely, man. Last in Madden 25, I was on the Jaden Daniels and I'm really good with Jaden Daniels just because I'm a
Yeah,
kind of player. Chris calls me that I play weird. Like if we,
yeah,
I don't know if we play this season, but if you do play me, like I think the biggest aspect for me on offense is that like I just see things that not many people really see on the field. Like I'm able to look at every progression all at the same time, and then I'm like throwing across my body to like the left side of the field. And he's like, "Bro, I don't even know where you're looking at. How are you seeing that?" And I was like,
yeah, yeah.
"I don't know.
That's part of the mission, man.
I can just read it." But man,
Yeah,
I definitely appreciate you coming on here with me and just talking. Definitely, if you're ever wanting to, come onto the actual pod with Mike and Chris, that'd be great. I tend to step back if they talk to me directly, then I, say some stuff. But it would be great to honestly have you on there with them, just so they can get to know you as well.
yeah, for sure, for sure. We'll talk about it and yeah, definitely make it happen. Not a problem.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man.
Peace
Take
out,
care.
Mountain Warriors.